In this video, I'm going to be trading regular currency pairs utilizing the ADX indicator, the Williams percent R indicator, and the MACD indicator. Gus Schmidt, and I'm back with a new trading video. So today I'm on the pocket option platform, and I'm going to be trading regular currency pairs on the platform here. So if we click on our assets icon here to the left, market option has various assets available to trade. They have currencies, cryptocurrencies, commodities, stocks, and indices. I'm going to be focusing on regular currency pairs. So when we click on this icon here, a drop-down menu pops up, and I've already checked off all my regular currency pairs. I won't be trading the OTCs or the synthetic currency pairs. Okay, so I'm going to be utilizing three indicators. The first indicator is the ADX indicator. If we click on our indicator icon here, the first indicator is the ADX, the second is the Williams percent R, and the third is the MACD here. So if we click on all three of these indicators, the indicators show up at the bottom of the chart here. For the ADX indicator, if I click on the pencil icon here, I have my ADX smoothing set to 14, DI length set to 7, and in the style settings, I've disabled the ADX line here. It's enabled in the default settings. For the plus DI line, I've changed the color to green, 2 pixels, and for the minus DI line, I've changed the color to red, 2 pixels, line width, so we can go ahead and save that. For the Williams percent R indicator, I've set the period to 7, and in the style settings, I've increased the line width for all three of the lines to 2 pixels each. The minus 20 line, green, 2 pixels. The minus 80 line, red, 2 pixels. Main line, turquoise, 2 pixels. So we can go ahead and save that. For the MACD indicator, if we click on the pencil icon here, I've maintained the default settings, which are fast period 12, slow period 26, and signal period 9. And in the style settings, I've increased the line width of the MACD line to 2 pixels green, and for the signal line to red 2 pixels. So we can go ahead and save that. For my candlestick charts, if we click on the candlestick icon here, I've set the candles to 30 seconds as 30 Japanese candles. And for my trade timer, I'm going to be taking 2-minute trade. So I've set it to 2 minutes while looking at 30-second Japanese candles. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to look for some trade setups. Okay, so I'm on the Great British Pound Swiss franc currency pair, and I just took a buy trade here, or a call trade. And so the reason why I took the trade here is we're beginning to see a bullish momentum here, price action here in the price of the currency pair, number one. Number two, there's a growing divergence of the ADX lines here. The plus DI line and the minus DI line are showing an increasing separation. Then we have the Williams percent R line crossing over the green minus 20 line here and holding steady. And then third, the MACD lines, the green signal line and the red line here are sloping upwards here. And then also, if we look at the histogram bars, they're printing above the zero line here. So all of these confluences suggest a continued bullish trend to the upside over the next 2 minutes. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Price is pushing upward. We want to trade with the trend. We also want to trade with the trend. We don't want to trade against the trend. Divergence is increasing here. I took the trade like right around here when I saw a sharp divergence here. That's the signal that tells me to take the trade as long as the trend is in alignment with all the other indicators here. Okay, so that trade was in the money. All right, so I'm going to pause the video and look for the next trade setup. Okay, so I'm on the US dollar Swiss franc currency pair, and I just took a buy trade here. And the reason I took the buy trade is I saw that the price closed above this previous level of resistance here. And, you know, we're seeing a general bullish trend in the price of the currency pair, number one. Number two, I took the trade when I noticed the sharp divergence of the two ADX lines here. Third, we have the Williams percent R line printing above the minus 20 line here, the green minus 20 line. And then we have the MACD line, the green MACD line crossing over the red signal line here in an upward direction. And also the candles have begun to print above the zero line here. So all four of these confluences suggest a continued bullish momentum to the upside in the price of the currency pair over the next 2 minutes. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Just wanted to take note that I waited for this candle also to close above this previous level of resistance here in this candle here, because it could have been a level of resistance and the price could have reversed downwards, but I was confident. Okay, so that trade was in the money. So let me pause the video and look for the next setup. Okay, so I'm on the US dollar, Canadian dollar currency pair, and I just took a buy trade here. Okay, and the reason why I took the buy trade, first of all, if we look at the price action, we're seeing a general bullish push here from bottom left to top right. Also, I waited for this candle to close above the wick of these two candles here, which suggests a potential level of resistance here, right? Secondly, there's a divergence of the ADX lines here. I waited for a sharp divergence. And then here, if we look at the Williams percent R line, it's holding steady above the minus 20 line here, the green minus 20 line. And then thirdly, we're beginning to see the MACD histogram lines print above the zero line, and there's a slight bullish slope, positive slope here in the MACD indicator. So all of these confluences suggest a continued push to the upside in the price of the currency pair. Uh, it's sort of flatlined already, but I'm anticipating a push upwards over the next 2 minutes. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Okay, so that trade was in the money. There was a final last push, and as you can see here, it seems to be continuing to push upwards. Uh, all right, so let me pause the video and look for the next trade setup. Okay, so I'm on the Great British Pound US dollar, and I just took a buy trade here. And the reason why I took the buy trade is primarily, first of all, we're beginning to see, looks like a reversal here, the start of a bullish trend here. The price had been uh, showing some bearish momentum, but around this area here, we begin to see a bullish reversal here. Secondly, I noticed a sharp divergence here of the ADX line here. If you see the growing separation of the lines between the green plus DI line and the minus DI line here, then the Williams % R line is printing above the minus 20 line here, uh, telling us that the relative strength of the bullish trend here is relatively strong. And then here, I began to see the histogram lines print, uh, showing growing histogram line widths here, and the MACD lines sloping, both the MACD line and the signal line sloping in an upward direction. So I went ahead and took the buy trade. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration. Okay, so that trade was in the money. All right, so I'm going to pause the video and look for one last setup. Okay, so I'm on the Canadian dollar Japanese yen currency pair, and I just took a sell trade here. And the reason why I took the sell trade is, first of all, I noticed a divergence in the ADX line here, in the ADX lines here, a sharp divergence between the lines. Plus, if we look at the price action, we're seeing a general bearish trend in the price of the currency pair at the moment. And then if we look at the Williams % R, it's the signal line has pushed below the minus 80 line here, which suggests the relative strength of the bearish trend is still relatively strong. And then the MACD lines are sloping downwards here. If you look at the green MACD line and the red signal line, have begun to slope in a downward direction. So all of these confluences suggest a continued bearish momentum to the downside in the price of the currency pair. So let's monitor this trade and wait for the expiration at the end of the 2 minutes. Okay, yes, so that trade was in the money. So yes, if you like this trading strategy, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you're interested in keeping up to date with my latest trading strategies. I have a link to the trading platform in either in the video comments or in the video description or the channel bio. I also wanted to make note that I've been trading just about a little under 1% of my capital here. The whole idea is with trading these options, you want to get at least a 66 to 70% win rate, and that way you're able to grow your account. If we take if we take trades, huge percentages of our capital, that can lead to huge losses as well. The whole idea is we want to grow our account slowly but surely, and this is why I practice proper risk money management. And I'll see you in the next video. Gus Schmidt.